There you go. So it broke the POC to the upside and it comes back, and this is where you go long. How's that any different than here? You broke the uptrend, you come back. Is it any different here? Nope. It's the same concept, guys, and it works pretty much every time. Okay. So hopefully you guys were able to catch this one at least today, and then just know your POCs and VPOCs. So you have an area here as well, and this whole thing needs to be, so if we really want to go higher, you really need to take out this level, I guess, let's call it 4,000 needs to be reclaimed on it. And then if you want to look at this in a little bit higher time frames, I mean, what does it look like to everyone? Let me just remove all this so you guys see it. And then you guys see what I see, or you guys blinded by the little pop? Anyone?
Looks like a reversal. Hammer candle reversal, right?
This could be, if it closes this way, this is 4 hours, right? So the next candle closes in a minute, right? Or 1 hour, I'm sorry. So it closes in 1 hour and 1:30. If you want to look at the daily, it looks like a reversal candle. This right here, which also they did another similar candle when we looked at it. I don't know when it was, but it didn't really work out. So look at these here, how they worked out. You see 1, 2. It wouldn't be bad if it does one more pop, drop, and then that it goes higher, right? So that would be the perfect way to do it. Let me just look at this in the 3 months. And I mean, this is just, so if you think about this, and people are like, man, it can't go that low. It can go as low as it wants to go, and 1,500 is probably not out of question here. So these are the major retest levels, and when we start a dump and a recession, these are the levels that they target. They don't care. Once they have an opportunity to drop it, these are the levels they care for. So can it drop another 1,000 points? Yeah, why not? We can literally go there. But if you look at, let's say, 65 minutes, you want to pay attention to these bear flags that are building right now. So you have a nice bear flag here. If this breaks and then you switch to 15 or 10 minutes, here you go. You can definitely short this here. I would definitely short this. I would probably wait for 38.77 and I would short it. It'll be an easy short. And then you have 38.50 and 3,800 on this one. Qs, my Qs levels are, I think, all on point. I think I actually removed some stuff, but 395.72 was a key level for it. Let's see, and they lost that. So right now it's kind of still in the bear flag mode here. If you check, let's just check 3 hours for a second because that candle closed. This one started. I mean, if we are able to break this trend line here, if we're able to get out of this, you're most likely headed here about 306. So if we break this 295.92 breaks, we're going to 306. So something to watch. And then if you break this level here, I told you guys that 290 and 270 are the next levels on Qs. So here are the levels on Qs right here. 5, 390s. So I guess we hit this here, a drop. I mean, it looks pretty bad. I didn't have to tell you that. You knew that already. Okay. So if you're going to look short, this would be my short level here. Right here, I would short it. Why is it black? This will be where I short it. Right now, you'll have a trend line, and you're gonna have 61.8 on off this move right here. So it's probably gonna reject here. And I mean, the bullish volume is gone. It's nothing here. There was low here. Some descending volume here, and look what happens, right? As soon as you break this, you went down. So watch this level here for rejection. I would definitely short it there. Let's see what else. Did Facebook do what we wanted it to do yet? Not yet. So I would definitely play this bear flag on Facebook, guys. If this breaks, it's most likely headed to 181. And I would take it below 189.88. This would be my entry today. That's where I was short Facebook from, if it decides to go more. Why is my lines deleted? Did I not just have lines on SPX? Did you guys just see that?
Yeah.
Did you draw? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I just had this line here, and I had the fibs.
Yeah, that's what I was just trying to draw on my chart, and then it disappeared.
Honestly, I thought I had this drawn just like this. I didn't delete it.
That also lines up with the VMA on SPX. That trend line.
Yeah.
Momo flip green going over or by though on 3 minute. What do you mainly use the Momo on, Shorty? 3, 5?
I use 5. I don't use it on 3.
Alright.
So watch this here. This is going to be a good lesson. Do you guys know why it's coming back here too? There's another thing I didn't mention it. Anyone know why? Why would this be a good entry for a short right here?
Daily pivot.
Okay, what else from this chart alone? Nothing else.
The trend line, the 618.
One more thing, big thing.
Mm,
A big indecision.
It's from the indecision candle.
There
Yep.
you go. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one we were looking for, right? So now you have the supply that's created by a seller here. The volume didn't really spike, right? But I see the volume spiked on this one, which also encapsulates majority of this one here. So I think we're good to say that, you know, that there's probably a 95% chance we're going to reject here. So it's fairly easy, guys, especially for the Momo. And it looks like Sequence was able to code the Momo for TradingView, which it's a big deal. If we can get that in TradingView, it makes it a lot easier. ES, let's see ES real quick. Well, there was my shorting level for ES. I guess that worked. So that hit to a penny. So this is going to have a bear flag here. So you guys see the potential head and shoulders. Like if you guys look at it here, that's building up. So now you can expect, watch this. Watch this. When it comes to here, to come back, and then we go to 38.45. Let's see SPX real quick. And Q needs to be around 12.1. And look what we rejected here as well, and then Q. Perfect. Same setup as ES. If this dumps, guys, this is a fairly easy short right here. This is a super easy short. And we are headed to 11.4 if it breaks. So 500 points drop coming here. I would want it to go back up here, create a double top, because it has this same concept. It has the same thing here. So does it make sense? I would watch SPX here for the rejection, and then I would watch the Q's rejection as well. And that would be the two plays I only focus on, and I would correlate that to VIX. If you're above 35, Well, we're below 35. Hmm. Does anyone see anything interesting on the 1 hour pattern here? Wow, this is pretty crazy. Looks like more volatility is coming here. It's like a little megaphone pattern building up. Yeah, so I think here will be, they'll drop. I'll drop to here somewhere, 28.76. Trap more longs. So just notice now, if you look at this, if you're looking for divergences, we're making lower highs on 15 minutes on ad. And I mean, here, if I look at it 15 minutes, right, we're making lower highs as well. So I don't think there's any divergence here. We're making higher lows. So higher low and higher low. And then add. And SPX, you're doing the same thing. Yeah. So the market's kind of balanced right now. And then you just want to compare VIX and see how's it doing compared to SPX. So it's really not overextended. I mean, the market's going to stay flat and choppy for a little bit. Something's waiting to happen here. Right off of 85. Wow, do you guys see anything that I see here on 15? Oof. This is a dangerous setup here, guys. I was short on the top of 61.8 and even this trend line here. You could probably put AMD here, guys. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say, look like
there's a high chance it's going to come back down. It has a head and shoulders, left shoulder, right shoulder. It putting this one now. If it breaks this, it's going. You know, it's as a measured move. Then I would say from here to here has about another 10%. So it would drop another $6, which would be lining up with what? $6 from here to here is $80. It would go to 127 perfectly.
Sorry, what stock is that? I can't read it.
This is AMD. Why can't you read it?
It's not clear.
No. Anyone
Probably-
else have the issue?
Probably doesn't have Discord Nitro.
It's clear on my screen.
Yeah, if you don't have Discord Nitro, I don't think it's a bad investment just because the way we share and stuff. I don't even know how much it is. I know about like
$99 a year. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, I would take an AMD short for next week, not this week. I would take AMD short for next week. I would take 80s on AMD or even 75s. Because this looks
It has that major 60 level too, and never retested once broke. From a while ago. Click on weekly.
Talking about this one.
I think it was 60. Hold on.
Yeah, that's close enough. I got 60. I got 59.27.
Market rejected. Previous day low and fell back under or buy.
Yeah, there goes SPX. Might not even make it.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if they're going after this trend line here. Maybe. Yeah, but this looks pretty weak. It looks like a head and shoulders forming.
Mm-hmm.
You guys check monthly candle for this month so far?
I did not.
And here's the monthly cancel. There's
Let's see
both
what
days
it
in.
Oh, Jesus.
I think we're headed for COVID highs, but let's see. 13.4, it has to be retested. So it'll have a little bit of support right here, some here, and then it's just gonna free fall. Because if you look at VPVR, when something like this, look at this,
Wow. It's all down there too.
and it has a little bit of support here at 37. True support comes in at 33.93. So about another 500 points on this. And then if they really, really want to dump it, they got the POC at about 2,700. So that's how I would play this. So all these pops right now, because your bias should not be major bounces. Your bias should be, where do I short it? A lot of people want to, catch the bottom. Don't catch the bottom. We're in a bear market right now. You don't know where the bottom is, and you don't want to time the bottom. Who cares where the bottom is? So play the bear bias. When it breaks a level, you short it, and so on. You just keep going. Obviously, you see the uptick in volume here. It's mainly, look at the volume here. I mean, few green bars. So I would definitely watch this. I haven't taken a trade yet. So my son had kindergarten sign up and like first day to kind of see how it is before he signs up for next semester. So I've been with that, and then I got some urgent requests for work. So I'll look to come back at 3 o'clock because I have to get something delivered, and then I'll be at 3 o'clock to see if I can get a trade or two. And if not, that's okay. I don't have to get a trade every day.
Probably when the real move happens. Wow, we just got a nice engulfing on spot. It's probably gonna hit that trend line now.
Let's see what it's doing. Then I just remove it. Yeah. There's 15.
Advancing, declining, just ticked over to positive.
Let's see how we feel about our level here. And there's a little shelf here. You guys see it? Like 39, 35-ish. I don't know what this blue line is, honestly. Oh, it's the VMA, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this should be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really use it, so. Yeah, but it's a descending volume here. There's a high chance it's going to reject like right here in this area. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hop off. Actually, I have to get some food too, and then I'll be back at 3 and see if we can catch a trade or two.
Cool. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, guys.